Frankfort Wildcats Coach's Corner, a service of Blue Valley Technologies, M&R Auto Parts, the First National Bank in Frankfort, Inline Construction, Wanklin Oil, and F&A Construction.
To keep your vehicle running good and looking good, all you need is M&R Auto Parts in Frankfort. Motor oil, air filters, spark plugs, batteries, brakes, and more. M&R also has what you need for the outside of the vehicle. Wheel cleaners, glass cleaners, washes, and waxes. That's M&R Auto Parts, your CarQuest Auto Parts dealer in Frankfort.
Back to school means your household is back online. With Blue Valley Technologies, try out a 3-month internet speed boost with no long-term commitments. Keep your family connected with 24/7 tech support, plus parental controls with worry-free Wi-Fi. Sign up to receive 3 months free, plus free installation. Not a current Blue Valley Technologies customer? Sign up for the best in internet service and get a $100 bill credit. Visit bluevalley.net.
Turnkey custom home builds with Inline Construction make the home building process as easy as you approving final decisions. From start to finish, let Inline tackle site preparation, foundation, framing, and finish inside and out. Lots are available at Hartley Ridge in North Marysville, or they can build on your site. Call today and get started with Inline Construction.
Welcome into the Frankfort Wildcats Coaches Corner program, joined as always with head football coach Nick Anderson. Coach, a tough loss there for your team on Friday night, 34-28 in overtime versus Clifton Clyde. We were talking a little bit beforehand. I think an injury was a big part of that deal, but what do you hope the boys take away from this experience?
Well, we've won a lot of football games over the last few years, and a lot of those kids that were in part of that have moved on, and so this group has got to figure out a way, to win and what it takes to win, and have the confidence in themselves to get a job done in some unforeseen situations, and unfortunately we weren't able to do that Friday. So hopefully, we take away, we learn from that and take away that, hey, we need to do some things differently, and we got to play a little bit cleaner and more disciplined if we're going to give ourselves a chance to finish out games like that.
And I think that's kind of where I wanted to lead into the next question, was for those kids that haven't been on the field, as the guy the last couple years because of the kids that you did have. How important to have this growing pain, at least early in the season, rather than, let's say, a playoff game late in the year?
Yeah, we knew there was going to be growing pains. We knew there was going to be a learning curve. We weren't necessarily expecting to have to go through that with injuries right away on top of that, so that kind of limited some things that we wanted to do. But at the end of the day, we still had multiple opportunities to put that game away, and like I said, just weren't disciplined enough to make the plays at the right time.
Now, the end result wasn't what you wanted, but even before, let's say, halftime, it looked like your offense was clicking with those new people in those positions. How did you feel in that first half anyway? Everything was flowing.
Yeah, the first quarter was kind of rough for both teams. You could tell that both teams were trying to iron some things out. And then the second quarter, obviously we were able to put up some points. Those were stemmed because our defense created a couple big turnovers, got a few interceptions that gave us nice field position and short fields to work with. And we made some plays to put some points on the board. So we were starting to figure things out as the game went along. And really defensively, I thought we played pretty well, except for 3 or 4 big chunk plays in the pass game where, like I said before, our eye discipline was so bad and got us in trouble.
And one stat that I happened to see when I was flipping through the sheet that you email us every week, your team was 5 for 13 in third down, and I know that's not excellent, but it's also not bad, I feel like, in my opinion. So when those moments came that you needed to execute, how do you feel the team did?
Well, that number, is a lot lower than I'd like it to be, and unfortunately, we put ourselves in a lot of bad down and distance situations, and we had a lot of third and double sticks, and we're not built for those types of situations, and we got to learn how to play without committing penalties and a lot of holds, a lot of things like that. Like I said, that put us in bad situations and kind of led to that number being not as high as I'd like it to be.
We're going to go ahead and put that week one loss to the side of us. Now you're going to focus on Linden coming up here this week. We were talking a little bit beforehand. This is a team that you've had a lot of familiarity with over the last couple of years. How does that benefit the preparedness of going into Friday's game?
Well, schematically, they're very similar to us offensively. They like to pull the guard a lot. They're very diverse in the pass game, and so there's, we're familiar with that kind of stuff. But each year, teams are so different. It's kind of hard to compare one to the next. And to be quite honest with you, we did so many things wrong on this past week that, our focus this week is going to be a lot more on us than it will be about Linden. I can tell you that.
It always, for first couple weeks, that's an important aspect. What about this team this week when you do prepare for practice you're wanting to see them focused in on?
We got to continue to have a sense of urgency in practice and understand that every rep is important, and just go about our business in a better fashion, a more professional fashion, and that's the challenge. We got a very laid back group, and we need to get more energy from them, and I think that would help us a lot moving forward.
Well, every game still is a learning opportunity, and this one a long road trip down there to Linden, again, coming up Friday night. I hope your team rallies around these possibilities and these opportunities they have, and you guys can come out with a win. Again, talking with Nick Anderson, head coach of the Frankfort Wildcats. As always, I appreciate the time, Nick, and we'll look forward to chatting with you next week.
All right, thanks.
F&A Construction will build it right. Call today for a quick quote if you're building, remodeling, or adding on. Enjoy your home more and increase its value with F&A Construction. They'll tackle your every project to make sure it's done right. For complete construction services, call on F&A Construction today at 292-4692. That's 292-4692.
Friendly, personalized service to meet your banking needs. That's the standard at First National Bank, Frankfort.
My community bank has responded to the changes needed to keep my money safe and secure. They've switched to cards with the latest technology, which is safer and more secure than before. My community bank provides safety and security while staying on top of the latest banking trends.
Let First National Bank's brand of banking be responsive to your needs. First National Bank, Frankfort, proud to be your community bank. Member FDIC.
Wanklin Oil is proud to serve the community with propane, gas, and diesel fuel right to your home or farm. Family owned and operated, they'll deliver your fuel with an old-fashioned personal touch. Their dependable quality service at the lowest price available makes them a leader in the field. In addition to propane and diesel, they also offer tank repair, sales, and service. For your fuel and heating needs, Wanklin Oil is just a call away. 800-794-2019. They have the energy since 1926.
Frankfort Wildcats Coach's Corner, a service of Blue Valley Technologies, M&R Auto Parts, the First National Bank in Frankfort, Inline Construction, Wanklin Oil, and F&A Construction.